Welcome back to another episode of Navigating Endo with Ashley. On today's episode, I'm going to do a day in the life of a medical appointment. And of course, before I start my day, I need to have a cup of coffee. Good morning. Today is Lupron Depot shot day. So for those of you who aren't aware what Lupron Depot is, it's a medication that a lot of times is prescribed for endometriosis to try and stop the pain essentially, and it also puts you into a medical menopause. This medication is also given to cancer patients. So just a little bit of background today. I'm going to take you with me on my journey to the hospital. I'll show you what I can. I probably won't be able to record inside. However, I just want to give you a sense of what I experience whenever I get my Lupron Depot shot. So right now, I'm quite anxious. I get anxious every single time because I do not know how my body is going to respond to the shot. So this is the shot that I'm talking to you about. It is important to note that these are never ever administered by anyone other than a medical professional. I always open my container to make sure that everything is in there before I head to the hospital. I just wanted to quickly answer the question that you may or may not have. Why was I prescribed Lupron Depot shot? So I was prescribed the shot because 1 year post-surgery, I was still having an extreme amount of pain, regardless of the different types of medications that my specialist put me on or trialed me on. I did literally, according to him, I took every type of medication that was available. The last resort was a Lupron Depot shot. And that was because I was in and out of the ER so often that I couldn't take the pain anymore. So not to say that I don't have pain with Lupron, and with Lupron I have other side effects, and sometimes people have really, really adverse effects. So I just want to make a point of that. Lupron is not for everyone. My experience has been all over the map with Lupron, and it's supposedly to put my endo lesions into remission. I don't really know if that's even what is happening. There's no way to know unless they open me back up again and look to see, because if I am not on this medication, I still have the extreme pain. Yep, you heard me right. At times I have long stretches of time with very low pain, and other times it's as if I have no Lupron in my system whatsoever. Can't forget to eat before my shot, so I usually have a banana because that's probably all I can stomach today before my shot. All right, so hopefully you can hear me. I'm walking up Hospital Row, aka University Avenue, downtown Toronto, where there's a whole bunch of hospitals all on the same street. So I'm about to get to the hospital, so I will check in with you guys later. Okay, so I just wanted to provide a quick update. So I just had my appointment. Turns out that I ended up having to get a pap smear done. And whenever I get those types of procedures done, it initiates a pretty intense pain sequence. It took her 3 tries to start to do the pap smear, and she actually ended up completely changing my medication plan. So the new plan is, once I stop my current bleeding, because right now I'm bleeding, then I will immediately start taking Marvelon. I'm gonna try it out. I think I've tried it before, but she's concerned about the bleeding that I'm having regardless of me being on Lupron and Activell. So I'm gonna try that out and see how it goes, and I have a follow-up in 1 month. At the beginning of the day today, I anticipated that I would be giving you an update to let you know how it felt to get the shot put in. They typically put it in one of my butt muscles because it's the biggest muscle. And then I typically have soreness for a few days after that. And then depending how my body decides to respond, I have different reactions. However, that is not the case today. As you're aware, I was switched over to Marvelon, so that's not starting for a couple of days. I am in some pain because whenever I get pap smears done, I always feel uncomfortable, and it hurts. I don't know how else to explain it other than that. So I ended up taking the rest of the day off work as a sick day because I just can't focus on important things. So I did talk to my pharmacist. I got his opinion on the medication, how I may be affected just based on my medical history, etc. And he has a very good idea of the medications I've been on in the past. So he can talk. He talked me through some of the possible side effects. They're very similar to other birth control pills. So I'm going to see how this goes and crossing my fingers for the best because my anxiety is pretty intense right now. I just get anxiety over, how am I going to feel once the Lupron is completely out of my system and I've been taking it for years? How am I going to feel switching over from, one set of medications, which is Lupron and Activell, to a brand new medication? And how long is it going to take my body to adjust? Am I going to be in a crazy pain flare? These are all things that you have to consider when you are going through this type of a medical journey. As always, thank you again for tuning in to another episode of Navigating Endo with Ashley. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and please leave me a comment below because I love reading your feedback, your comments. They're greatly appreciated. If you have any episode ideas, also please feel free to share that with me as well. And let's also get connected on Instagram. I will leave my Instagram handle in the description box below.